welcome back to my channel. My name is Darian, and everyone say welcome to the tiny mic. I really hope I'm using this right. This is my first time using it. I just tested it, and I think it worked. So here's hoping. This feels so... I know. I see comments all the time about how, it's weird that creators hold the little mic instead of clipping it because it's a lapel mic, but it just feels so nice to hold it, you know? And also, when I clip it, there's, wrestling and stuff. I don't know. I think it's better to just hold it. Anyway, hello. Welcome to this weekly vlog. I haven't vlogged in a long time, but it is April now, which means it is the Magical Readathon hosted by G from Book Roast. If you don't know what the Magical Readathon is, I will leave a Book Roast link down below. You can check it out because there's no way I will be able to explain it properly, but this is my 4th year, I believe, doing the new and improved Magical Readathon, which means I've been doing the same career since the beginning, and this year I am gonna reach master status. I think that's what it is. So I've been working towards being a moon warden for the past few years. This year is going to be my last year, and then I'm going to finally switch careers because I will be a master moon warden. And so that means in April I have 5 prompts to complete. So here's the thing. I don't really have a TBR for this readathon. I'm kind of just going with the flow. So today is April 2nd, by the way, and I have started my first book. By the way, the reason we are lying on my bed is because I have the worst cramps today. I feel awful, and it took a lot for me to even film this clip, so please be grateful. But the first book that I have started for the readathon, did I say it's April 2nd? It's April 2nd. I didn't start this vlog yesterday because I wasn't feeling well, but we're starting it today. Anyways, first book I'm reading is The Final Strife by Sarah el-Arifi. This was a book I wanted to read last month because a bunch of my friends in my book club were reading it for March. I just didn't have time to get to it because I read so many big books in March. So I'm reading it in April. Do I know what prompt this is going to count for? No. So here's the thing. One of my prompts for the Magical Readathon is to spin a color wheel and read a book with that color. So I'm actually going to do that in just a second with you guys. So I'm hoping we land on blue and I can use the Final Strife for that prompt. If we don't land on blue, then I will probably use it for the prompt to read a book with a 4 or higher average star rating on Goodreads, because I think that's the only other prompt that this can count for, and I'm reading it. I already started it. I'm not very far yet, though. I'm on page 29. 29? So I don't really know what this book is about. All I know is that it is adult fantasy, and all of my friends really loved it. I know it is queer, so I'm very excited about that. But I'll give you more thoughts when I'm further into it. I mean, so far I'm liking it, but I'm on page 29, so... Anyways, so, okay, I didn't think this through. Let me find my color wheel. I really hope the sound is okay. If the sound is not good, I will figure it out for next time, I promise. This is a learning curve. No, I don't need a color wheel, Yes, this. Okay, hopefully we are screen recording, but here is the wheel. I guess the only thing that can count for Final Strife is blue or indigo. Anything else, I don't think will work. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Oh God, what is that? Red? Shoot. Okay, so we got red. Was I planning on reading any red books this month? No. Was I? I don't think so. I mean, the second book in this series is red, so I guess if I love this book, I can read the second book. But I really wanted to use this for the prompt, so that sucks. I guess I'm using the Final Strife for the 4 or higher rating on Goodreads. Can I tell you any of the other books on my TBR? I mean, one of my prompts is to read a book I was already planning on reading, and I think I'm going to use The Return of the King for that prompt because... If you don't know, I am co-hosting a Middle-earth read-along hosted by Erin from Booked and Busy. And this month we're reading Return of the King, and we're finishing the series. So I have to read it no matter what, so I think I'm just going to use that. I definitely want to read Sunrise on the Reaping this month. I am planning on reading that for Buzzwordathon, well, for the cover challenge for Buzzwordathon, because the prompt for both of them is animals, and there's no animal word in the title, but there are animals on the cover. So I don't know what I'm using for like actual Buzzwordathon yet. Maybe something with a red cover. I don't know. But anyways, so there we go. This feels like a chaotic way to start the vlog, but I just really do not feel well. So sorry, the energy's a little low, but I have the day off today, so I'm planning on just spending the rest of the day rotting in bed, hopefully getting some reading done. But often when I don't feel well, I just put like booktube or a show on or something and just rot. Maybe I'll play Switch. I don't know. But hopefully getting some reading done. So I will update again once I figure out the other books for this TBR. But welcome to the vlog, and I hope we have a beautiful magical readathon. Okay, hello everyone. It is Saturday now. It's been a few days. I honestly have not done much these past few days, aside from working. What did I even do yesterday? If you don't know, which why would you know? I don't know. But my weekends are Friday and Saturday, and then I work Sunday to Thursday with Wednesdays off. So today is kind of my Sunday, which means I have a bit of the Sunday scaries, but it's okay. Today was a really rainy day, so I got really cozy and I got a lot of reading done. Actually, I do remember what I did yesterday. I spent most of the day editing my Goodreads Choice Awards video, and I had so many technical issues. Oh my god, it was rough. So if you haven't watched that video, I'll leave it linked up above, because I started working on that in December and only just now finished it. I worked really hard on it, and honestly, I was very close to giving up on it because I was just having so many issues yesterday, but I did it. It's not exactly what I hoped it would be because I lost a lot of clips, but we did our best. So anyways, if you want to check that out, please do. I would really appreciate it. But anyways, so I do have a reading update because, so just to remind you, I'm reading The Final Strife by Sarah el-Arifi. I am almost on page 200, so like not really quite halfway. I think this book has about like 550 pages, but I am loving this book. I am so happy I picked it up. I will say the beginning, I was so lost. I did not know what was going on. And then my friend Yane said, reread the prologue and it'll make a lot of sense. And I did that, and like, thank God she told me to do that, because like everything became so much clearer. So if you too are reading this book and you're like, what the heck is going on? Go back and reread the prologue, because it makes a lot more sense now to me. So let's see if I can describe this book. You're essentially following this empire where people's like class, their place in society, depends on the color of their blood. So we have the Embers, whose blood is red, and they are like the upper class citizens. They live kind of a life of luxury, and you know, they're, I think, the only ones allowed to go to school, and they just have like positions of power. Then you have the people with blue blood. They are the, oh, why am I forgetting the word? It starts with a D. Does it say here? Duster. A duster. So if you have blue blood, you're a duster. They're like the middle class citizens. Definitely like more poor than rich. And then we have the ghostings. Ghostings? I think that's what they're called. They have clear blood, and they're essentially slaves. They're very poor. People look down on them. And prior to this book beginning, I think 18 years ago, there was something called the Stolen. I think that's what they call it. Essentially where this group of rebels, of dusters, brought 12 or 13, listen, just because I don't know all the details doesn't mean I'm not loving this book, but they brought a bunch of their own babies. They broke into Ember households and basically switched ember babies with their own duster babies. So they wanted to do this so that they would have and be able to raise ember children and kind of train them and teach them basically to overthrow the government. And so you're following 3 characters. You're following Sila. Well, how much do I want to say? I don't want to say too much. So I'm just going to say you're following Sila, who I don't want to say. I've decided. Because I really didn't know much going into this book. And I don't even think it says in the synopsis. Okay, it kind of does, but I still don't really want to say. You're following 3 characters. Sila, Anur, and Hessa, I believe. Hassa. But you're mainly following Sila, and they are all kind of involved in this resistance somehow. And I think that's all I want to say. So I'm sorry I'm being vague, but I find it really fun to read this and kind of discover what's going on along with the characters. I like how this story is kind of taking its time revealing who these characters are. Like it doesn't just start the story being like, Sila is a girl with this blood and she has grown up to do these things and she wants this. Like, I think the author is doing a really good job showing, not telling, you know? And I'm just really, really enjoying it. I really like the characters. I love Anur. Like, she's just so adorable to me. I love her so much. I kind of see myself in her a little bit. I don't know. But I just am really enjoying where this is going. So I'm excited to keep going. I read a lot today, but I'm planning on reading more tonight. But I do have a bit of the Sunday scaries, so we'll see how that goes. But it was a really nice day of like a cozy rainy day just reading. And I haven't read much of anything else in the past few days. Like I said, I'm pretty sure this is going to be for the, I don't remember what class is for, but the prompt that's to read a book with a 4 and up average star rating on Goodreads. I'm still not sure what I'm going to do for the Red Book prompt, but some people had a good idea to read Blood Over Bright Haven, because I am also doing like the Year in Eldia challenge that is also created by Book Roast. And my prompt for this month is to read a book with an author whose name has a W in it. So I thought I would combine those prompts, and Blood Over Bright Haven is by ML Wong. So that could fit both prompts. I'm still trying to figure out what I'm going to do for Buzzwordathon with an animal in the title, and how I can also use that for this readathon, or if that's just going to have to be like outside the readathon. I don't know yet, but we'll see. We'll figure it out. You guys will find out. If not in this vlog, I'm planning on doing weekly vlogs this month, so we'll figure it out together. But I just wanted to update you guys on how much I'm loving this book. I don't want to jinx anything, but here's the thing. I haven't had a 5-star yet this year. The only book I've given 5-star was Bloodmarked, which was a reread, so I don't really count that. And this is kind of looking like it's going to be a 5-star, so I'm very excited. I really hope it stays as good as it is. And yeah, so that's my reading update, and I'm going to go probably watch some booktube and then hopefully read a bit and try not to think about work tomorrow. Okay, I'm here to wrap up this vlog. I don't know what this vlog is going to look like. I feel like I haven't updated much, but spoiler alert, we haven't finished any books this week, which is unfortunate, but I know for sure I will be finishing books in next week's vlog, so don't you even worry about that. But obviously, I am still reading The Final Strife by Sarah el-Arifi. I am on page, oh, how do people do this? See, you're probably thinking if you just pinned the lapel to your lapel, whatever. I like to hold it. Oh no, the page number is not on this page. I think I'm about 350 pages in. 355. I'm on page 355. I think I have a little over 200 pages left of this book, but I have a feeling I could read the last bit pretty fast because I have a feeling like things are ramping up. I'm still loving this, by the way, and it's still looking like a 5-star. I love these characters so much. They're just so interesting, so well fleshed out. They have so many layers to them, and I know that we're going to find out even more information as the series goes on. So I'm having such a good time with this book. Like, I'm loving it so much. I can't really see how it's not going to be 5 stars, but yeah, sorry about this reflection, but it's the best we could do with a library book. So yeah, I will be finishing that soon, but sadly not in this vlog. Also, I'm not sure if I mentioned that I was reading this book, but I have been listening to an audiobook, which is Thank You for Listening by Julia Whelan. And if that name sounds familiar to you, it's because she is a very famous audiobook narrator. She narrates all of Emily Henry's books. I think she also does Abby Jimenez's books. Like, honestly, if you listen to audiobooks, I can almost guarantee you've listened to at least one of her books, or one of the books that she's narrated. She also does Kristen Hanna's books. Like, she's the star of the audiobook world. This is not for the magical readathon. I'm reading this for the Buzzword Cover Challenge for March, which obviously I'm late on, but it's fine. And the prompt was to read a book with a book on the cover, which this one does. And so I am listening to the audiobook because guess what? It's narrated by Julia Whelan. And guess what? This book does follow an audiobook narrator. So love that for her. She's writing about what she knows. But essentially this book is about this woman who, her and her best friend have like always dreamed of becoming famous actresses, and things were going really well for them. It looked like they were going to get there until the main character gets into a bad car accident. We don't know, I don't know yet what exactly happened, but we do know that she lost an eye in this accident and now wears an eye patch. And because of this, she has lost a lot of her confidence. She feels like she can't be an actress anymore, and she has since turned to narrating audiobooks, which she is also very good at. And she has kind of like, she's very cynical. She doesn't believe in romance anymore. Well, did she ever? I don't know. So she refuses to narrate romance audiobooks anymore until this like great opportunity comes along where they offer a lot of money, which she needs right now because her grandmother is very sick and she needs money to move her into like a better care facility for her. So she takes on this job. She is co-narrating with another very famous audiobook narrator who goes under the pseudonym Brock McKnight. And nobody knows who Brock McKnight is. But I have a feeling we might know because at the beginning of the book, she has this like great night with some random guy that she meets. And it's the first time like she maybe believes in romance again, and I think we all can see where this is going. So I am really enjoying this book. I will say that it definitely gets pretty dark. Like Swanee, that's the main character, she does mention, it's not, I wouldn't say this is a huge trigger warning for suicidal ideation, but she does mention, like, especially when she first had her accident, she was having some of those thoughts. So just be wary. Like, this book does have some dark themes, but I am really enjoying it. I love the banter between her and Brock. And yeah, I'm like 40% into that, so I will definitely be finishing that next week as well. So I'm sorry I didn't finish any books in this vlog, but come back for next week's vlog because I will be finishing books. So yes, so that's the first week of Magical Readathon. Haven't done very well yet, but next week we're going to finish some books, mark my words. So if you watch till the end, leave the headphone emoji because of thank you for listening. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon with another video soon. Bye!